Disobedience, in the eyes of anyone who has read history, is man's original virtue. It is through disobedience that progress has been made. Through disobedience and through rebellion. And that quote comes from Oscar Wilde. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Surviving the Matrix. My name is Maxwell Igan. It's a pleasure to be with you again, and I will be your host for the next hour. And there are so many things going on in the world these days that one really wonders where to start sometimes when trying to look at and trying to address this information. One of the most important things that is happening at the moment, quite obviously, is the Copenhagen Treaty, the signing of which will hand your nation and my nation and every signatory of that document, it will hand control of these nations over to a foreign power. This is a very important issue. This conference is set to take place in 4 days from this radio show. And as most people know who've looked into this treaty, it's based on climate change. It is a treaty that intends to bring about a global governing body to address the issue of man-made climate change. Now, man-made climate change has been completely disproved. With the hacked database of the Climate Research Unit, with all of that information being published on the internet, with thousands of emails now visible to the public that clearly show complicity in certain government scientists and certain governments to control the data on global warming, to falsify the data, and to present the concept that man is responsible for global warming, that man's actions on Earth is responsible for global warming. This has been completely disproven. This treaty, if it is signed, will bring about literally thousands of new taxes on the people in order to protect the people and protect the planet from man-made climate change, a concept which is completely false. Taxing the people will not do anything to save the climate, will not do anything to change the climate. The climate is going through certain changes that are based on certain galactic cycles, and it's a very, very natural process. Every planet in the solar system is warming up. Politicians are attempting to cash in on this, and they've done a very good job with the media of whitewashing the issue and of brainwashing the public into believing that we need to be concerned about global warming, that we're responsible for global warming, and that we can do anything at all to change global warming. We can't, folks. This is a natural cycle. It won't last that long. It will just go for a certain time, and then it will start cooling down again. This is criminal racketeering. This is corruption at the highest levels of our government, taken to almost an extreme level. This is a naturally occurring cycle that happens to this planet that has been taken advantage of by a criminal cabal that has usurped all of our governments. And this criminal cabal is attempting to use a natural event in order to completely lock down the world into one global government run by this criminal cabal. Every leader of every nation that signs into this document, Barack Obama, Kevin Rudd from my country, Gordon Brown from England, all of these people and everybody else, if they sign this document, they will be committing treason against their nation. They will be handing their nation to a foreign power through their signature. This is high treason against our nations. Kevin Rudd, my Prime Minister, I say to you right now that if you sign this document, you will be committing high treason, and we, the people of Australia, will take action against you for committing high treason against your nation. It is our right to do so, and we are not going to allow you to support this criminal organisation and perpetuate the lie of man-made climate change. Any politician that supports Kevin Rudd signing this treaty is also complicit in treason, and they will be held accountable for their actions by the Australian people. This should also be done in America with Barack Obama. It should be done with Gordon Brown. It should be done with every government that is supporting this treaty. Even if the database that has been published on the internet, the database from the Climate Research Unit, even if some of the emails in it are fake, which I very much doubt that they are, just the fact that this information has been published on the internet calls for a complete cessation of all activities related to global warming, all political moves, all laws associated with global warming, and it requires a full investigation by an independent committee. That's what this requires. We do not want a government investigation into this, because this has been done because of government corruption. There's no good letting the thieves examine themselves. The people need to organise an independent inquiry into this atrocity, this travesty of justice, this criminal cabal that has taken over our governments. This really is the most important issue that humanity is facing at this particular time. This is a very urgent issue, ladies and gentlemen. I would suggest that everybody listening to this show, everybody who downloads the MP3, everybody who visits the Crow House, please email your politicians, write to your politicians, ring your politicians, make public statements that we intend to hold these people accountable. This simply cannot be allowed to happen. And if these criminals who are running our governments actually do sign this treaty, we need to let them know that we, the people, will not only hold them accountable for their actions, but we do not intend to honour this treaty. And also any police officer who supports any law that has been passed or will be passed in regards to this treaty, because to do so will make the police officer complicit in treason against his nation. This really is the big one, folks. This is time for the people to make a stand, and we need to do it peacefully when we need to do it quickly. We really do need to send information out to people, to send letters and phone calls to these politicians and inform them of what we intend to do, which is to hold them accountable for treason, should they sign or support this treaty before we have had a full investigation, a full independent investigation into the whole global warming scenario, to all of the emails from the CRU, and until we are able to hear from all scientists on the topic. Because there are only a few thousand scientists who are government-paid shills and academics, 2,500 of them, who have supported the concept of man-made global warming, and there are over 30,000 independent scientists who all say it's a complete sham. It's just that the media hasn't told us any of this, because the media doesn't serve the best interest of the public. The media is simply the propaganda arm of the government. So yes, it's very important that anybody listening to this show get this information out to their friends and contact their politicians and inform them of the intentions of the people. I would like to see someone open a website to deal specifically with this, someone who has some legal understanding and knows how we go about doing all this. Someone should open up a website to coordinate an international action against the leaders of any governments that signed this treaty, because what they are doing, it's a criminal act, folks. These people are taking over the world by criminal means. This is what they intend to do. This is what this global governing body will do. They've kept everybody so caught up in debt from this fake, contrived, debt-based money system, so they can put all of this in place. Everyone's so busy with debt right now. They've been hiking the prices on everything so much. It's just absolutely absurd, the cost of everything these days. They are absolutely trying to escalate the cost of everything and split society into two clear sections, the ultra-elite and the very poor. As I said on The Big Picture, the film I released last year, and as I've said in previous shows, and as a lot of people have said, I'm sure, one of the intentions of this new system of government, this new system of debt-based society to pay a climate debt, what their concept is a complete elimination of middle class. There will be elite class and there will be workers, and that's it. This is what they are doing with the world. And it's getting more and more like this all the time. And the way they're getting away with it is through control of the money system, folks. You've got to see this. These people escalate all these debts, all these interest rates. This is all unnecessary. There is no reason for any of this to be going on. It's just that people think this money system just functions that way. They don't realize the money system is run by people. There is no reason for all of this interest to be paid on products. Interest on everything. There is no reason for any of it. Think about it. Just think about it. Think about how all this works, folks. And this is all being run by very, very few people. I've spoken to you about the money system so many times, but look at the way the price of everything is going up. Everything is just so expensive. The prices just go up and up and oh, isn't it terrible? It's so expensive. But why do the prices go up? Why do you think all this happens? Scarcity? Well, it's actually not scarcity at all. It's done because the whole place is run by corporate interests. And corporations are about making profit. That's what it's all about.